Hey y'all!
Hi.
Welcome to Knitting in Our Jeans. We're a little quieter today because it is currently 1 a.m. on, well, technically Sunday.
Yes,
And,
our usual day.
Our usual day, but I'm going to be going to Brooklyn tomorrow, and it's easier for me to drive from here to Brooklyn and then back to my apartment in Queens than it is to drive there and back and then to Queens.
I don't know why you'd say that.
Why I would say that?
Anyway,
No,
I'm
no.
Carolyn.
I'm Elizabeth, and we're, as I said, knitting in our jeans. It is a little bit late, so we're a little loopy. We've been sewing.
And knitting.
Like fiends.
Yes.
So,
wait a minute, you're Toolizzforyou.
I was just about to say that.
Were you?
Yes.
I thought you were going to launch into sewing. Okay.
So, on Instagram and Ravelry, you can find me as Toolizzforyou, Toolizzforyou. And you can find the podcast on Instagram and Ravelry as Knitting in Our Jeans.
Yes, I actually opened up a thread for last week, yesterday morning, I think.
Nice.
Yes. I'm cpredmor, the beginning of one of my early emails. And I'm that on Ravelry and Instagram, but only occasionally on Instagram because that's only on your father's office computer. On my phone, it's Knitting in Our Jeans.
Because every time she tries to toggle back and forth, it does not end up well.
No, and I end up making another profile.
Yeah, it's
I'm running
hilarious.
out of names to make up profiles.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so what's new?
So,
my new stitches.
Well, one, I wanted to show you all that I had finished this last week. I still haven't sewn in the ends.
Those are pretty impressive ends.
I know. Well, that's the remainder of that skein.
Right.
I used the entirety of a skein of Nevertheless She Persisted. So this is the Oak Park Cowl by Laura Ayler.
Wow.
Out of Nerd Girl Yarns.
Really nice.
Yeah. So Nevertheless is in Smashing and everything else is in Witty. This is AKA. This is That Is Mahogany. This is Osgood, and the light gray is White Queen. And I've been staring at it, the remainder of the skein on my table this week.
So what are you going to do?
I might need more than just that skein.
You know, I don't know if we turn the sound on.
Usually it's okay, even if the sound isn't on, and the sound was on.
Okay, that's good. All right.
So I'm thinking, so there's this sweater called the Chuck, and it is a Andy Sunderland pattern, and it's really cute, and I think it looked really good.
Made it.
I think it looked really good with all of my high-waisted things, and especially if I made it in that super light gray.
That's pretty.
And I did want to make a sweater out of Witty, so I'm thinking that might happen. Of course, you know, I have all of these plans that I want to make things, and then I get the ooh, shiny syndrome, and I feel like this is an ooh, shiny syndrome situation, but I'm okay with that, so we'll see.
It'll be fine.
So
that's right, I want to make all the tunics. I've decided that I like
tunics and leggings?
Yes.
I know, isn't it great?
I know. So now I have to rip apart that sweater upstairs so I can fix the back of it and do that. Then I've been going on Ravelry and I've been favoriting all these tunic patterns.
Yeah, they're pretty great.
I printed one out this morning. It's over there.
The drops one?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
When you do that, read through the entire pattern first. That's
what
I discovered.
Yeah.
They're not hard, they're just
different.
A little bit finicky in terms of their wording. They say do this, and then in the next paragraph it's like, while you were doing that, do this at the same time. And it's like, you couldn't have told me that in the same sentence?
Yes.
Fine. Okay.
Well.
So, my mother is a wonderful mother and deserves all of the wonderful mommy praise. Because
I would have finished my cowl.
I know. I love you. You'll still have it done for Rhinebeck.
I hope so.
You will. You only have like 4 rows.
1, 2, 3, 4. I have 6 rows.
You can
My
finish.
hands are gonna hurt like crazy tomorrow.
Yeah. My shoulder was hurting from the forcing the poplin
through. This is
through.
what we did.
This is my skirt.
Shh.
I thought it was going to work out way better showing you on the dress form.
Hold on.
So, it's done. It has pockets.
Oops, there's the
Pockets. And what Mommy did was she actually hand rolled and hand stitched the hem for me. Last week we said she did, or I don't know if we said, but 2 weeks ago she had done the
seams.
French
seams.
seams.
By hand.
And it's laying really well, and it's pretty short-ish in the front, like knee length, and then almost floor length in the back. And so I'm really excited about it. So
there we go.
Move this back over. I've scared the living daylights out of my father all day by having this out in the middle of the living room because I've been trying to pin and stuff. And every time he comes up or comes in, he thinks it's a person. Or he thinks I'm standing there, and then he sees me somewhere, and he's just like, it's very funny. I'm overly amused by this.
That's how much I have left on the cowl. I ought to show them the cowl.
You should.
So, this is my Remember cowl.
Mm-hmm.
And I have that poppy.
It's so
and this
nice.
Poppy to finish.
Oh, that is so nice.
Isn't that nice? And the outside looks really good. I've got a couple mistakes on the inside.
That's okay. It's on the inside.
Mostly because I don't check the inside. So, like, there's a blip.
Well, I suppose you take a darning needle and you go over it.
Well,
it doesn't really
either that or what you do is you drop it down. And then if you have a crochet hook, you can pick it up. I'm just not sure that I'm
that crazy about it.
Well, not crazy.
Not
I love it. It's not that I'm not crazy about the cowl.
No, crazy
it's
about
not crazy to go and do that. But anyway, 6 more rows. And it'll be done, so I'm hoping it will be done for Rhinebeck.
It will be.
We print out my tickets.
Yes, we did.
Yes. This year, I think I got it right.
Yes.
Last year, I had a fight with the people at the entrance.
You did.
I did. It was on Sunday, wasn't it?
I don't even remember.
I don't remember.
What day.
I just went in.
She had a fight with the people.
I said, I have my tickets right here, and they're saying they're not scanning. And I said, I don't care. I was here on Thursday. I have classes. I'm going in. And left her to apologize.
Yeah, she kind of stormed ahead, and I was like, I'm sorry, I have to go. And they were like, go get her. Go. I was like, thank you.
So this year they've made Saturday and Sunday start later.
No, they've made the classes start later, so you don't have to get in early for the classes.
Right.
So what else have you been knitting on?
And I'm going to volunteer.
Yes, you are.
I am volunteering on Saturday at the merch tent. I have to find where the merch tent is on Thursday. We have an idea of where it is, but I'm going to make sure so that I know where to go on Thursday. So those of us who are volunteering get in at 8:30. That's so that we can be in our proper places. I still won't be able to go and see anything. No. So I won't be able to go to Miss Babs or Dragonfly until Sunday. So, anyway.
So what else have you been working on?
Oh, so while I was meeting Gus at the Starbucks today, I had the man go, "Oh, look, you know how to crochet!" And I just said yes. You know,
because Mother is a better person than I am. Because I would have just ramped up into a differential discussion about the differences between crochet and knitting.
And it's so exciting to see people do that. It's been so long since I've seen anybody do this. So anyway, here's my dad's sweater.
It's looking great.
And I have a sleeve. I have a
finished sleeve.
And I've marked how many decreases
so that you can match it on the other side.
So I can match it. I have picked up...
The color is so good. The color Nan picked is such a good color.
And I have picked up and started the other sleeve. So I am very pleased.
That's where your clips went, though. You were asking where the rest of your clips went? They're over there because I was using them on the skirt.
Yes, because they were over here.
Yes.
I figured that out.
Oh, okay.
I have a bag
Last
of more,
week she was saying, where are my clips? Where are my clips? Oh, well, there are 2 of them.
Yes. I do have a bag of more. Anyway, this place is going to have to get cleaned up.
Well,
This is getting to be a bit much. So anyway, yes, I've been working like a fiend on this.
Also, yes, we are in a different place because we don't want to wake up Dad upstairs.
Yes, and I have 2 new books that came in, but they're upstairs. So we'll talk about those next week. No, we won't, because I'll be at Rhinebeck.
You'll be at Rhinebeck, I'll be at Miami, but we could figure out Monday.
Yeah, we could do that.
We'll figure it out.
Yes. So at Rhinebeck,
yes,
I plan. We've ordered pins, and they should be in by Tuesday. Notice the word "should be." Apparently, I got an email saying they'd been shipped, and then I got an email saying, "Nope, sorry, mistake." So anyway, I have pins on order that say "knitting in our jeans," and I'm going to mark 4 of them with nail polish on the back. And I will have my pins with me at Rhinebeck. So if anybody can come up and ask me for a pin, I'd be more than happy to give you a pin. The 4 people that get the pins with the nail polish on the back get a skein of yarn. I will be at India Untangled on Friday, and I plan to pick up 4 skeins of yarn at India Untangled, and they will be the ones that I'll be giving away with the pins during Rhinebeck. So that should be fun.
Should be.
Yeah. So I'm not sure that you can come up to me while I'm in the merch tent.
Yeah, I wouldn't, just because
podcaster meetup right after the merch tent. I think I work till noon, and then the podcaster meetup's usually about 1 o'clock, and then classes start at 2. So I've got an hour on the podcaster. Did you look at the weather? It's supposed to be great weather. It's not supposed to be less than about 70 degrees. We're going to be having a heat wave. It'll be amazing. I'll be dying of heat prostration with my Rhinebeck sweater because I've got that botanical gift.
No, I haven't been looking at the weather for Rhinebeck because I'm going to be in Miami.
Well, it must be 102 in Miami.
It's like 85 every day.
So I can't believe it. So anyway, I should have pins. And I'll have fun buying yarn for you all. So anyway, come up and say hi. God knows by now you know what I look like.
Yep.
And I think the pins will be fun.
They will be.
Yeah.
They will be.
So I've got a class on Thursday. I'm going to be looking at closures of buttons and zippers. I need help in that area. So I'm glad I'm taking that class. I am wearing nothing that I made. This is both store-bought. So
I did not print this.
She did not make the
I've definitely worn this a few times in videos.
What is on your lap?
So remember how I tried on my top last week and it was too tight?
Yes. Did we fix it?
So I have frogged it.
Oh.
To the armhole or to the separation.
This is your test pattern?
Mm-mm.
Oh no.
This is my mission.
Oh, okay.
So
I don't even know where my mission is.
Apparently, in the pattern, I read the pattern again, I had added 2 gusset stitches.
Yes.
At the underarm. It calls for 0 gusset stitches at the underarm.
Right.
So I added about 12. Because why not? Also because it was about 18 more stitches to the next size up. So I figured that might be the best, kind of an in-between. 12 also. 18 felt a bit too much. But 12 seemed like reasonable. Also because I cast on 6, put a stitch marker and cast on another 6 because I was like, I don't care. So now
you're going down again.
Yeah, so I'm currently trying to do 2 inches. I think I'm at 2 inches of, you do 2 inches of stockinette and then you start the decrease section and then start the increase section again, which I was almost done.
Oh, wow.
So yeah.
It's going to be so pretty.
It is going to be really pretty. I'm really excited about it, but I haven't had much time to knit on it, just because it's been in my purse and I've gotten a seat on the subway, but like the last few times.
That's our neighbor across the street.
Did we mention that it's past 1 a.m.?
Shooting off fireworks. He's been shooting fireworks off all evening.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't know what he's celebrating.
Yeah.
He's lived through his entire life, so my husband knows him. It's like, oh well, you know.
Curse you.
We're never bothered by strangers on the block. I can't imagine why.
I did almost stab myself with
The
sewing
needle
the chiffon to the pockets.
When the
first set of fireworks went off. Thank God my instinct is to drop things when I get scared, not to clutch, because I would have stabbed. Mind you, I stabbed myself twice while doing that, but that's okay.
That's okay.
It's a hazard of knitting.
I see something really colorful over there.
Yes. Well, we're getting to that.
Oh, okay.
So I've been working on this intermittently. I have also done something I haven't done in a while.
Is that box my fabric?
Yes, I think that's your lining.
Where's my coat? Downstairs?
Your coat is, I believe it's downstairs.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
2 weeks we'll get the fabric together.
First we need to do the lining of your dress.
Yes. I'm just saying to show them.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
So I have actually knit on my grandfather's sweater.
She has, yes.
I have about, what do you say, 1.5 inches?
Yes.
1.5 inches of sleeve.
I'm totally impressed.
4.5 more inches until I get to the decreases. But I've been working on it. And it's hell. I mean, I love working with Neighborhood Fiber Co. I love working with
oh, my hands are gonna hurt tomorrow.
With the Studio Worsted, but it's sleeves, man. This is why I try and do sleeves like first. Like if it's a bottom up sweater and you can knit, I knit the sleeves first on those. On my sweaters, I usually stop the body at the end of that that skein after you, what happened?
After you separate?
No, our video just blipped. I hope it didn't blip for you all because it blipped on our end.
Huh.
Hopefully it'll upload and be okay. Okay. So.
What do you mean it blipped?
It it froze and then went black and then started again. But I didn't notice what the timing did.
Huh.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
So,
we'll see.
So usually what I do is after you do you finish off that skein after you have separated for the armholes, I usually then put it on a holder or leave it on the cable and then do the sleeves before it gets too big, because when you have a whole sweater doing this,
it's hot and it's heavy.
It's heavy, and it's a lot, and it's frustrating. So I have started working on that. I do have 2 flights in the next week. I'm not sure if I'm going to take that on the plane because it's so big.
Yeah.
And the skeins are big, too. It's not as though, like...
It's not a petite thing.
No. So, what else?
I personally wouldn't. I would take the socks.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that. I'm thinking... So, speaking of my test knit, I am...
Good Lord.
I know. I've been going like gangbusters. Let me finish this row and I will show you where I'm at on it. So I can talk you through. I've done, as I've said before, I did the epaulettes and I have actually completed the front. I have since picked up the back and started on that. There are some intermittent shaping rows for the back, and I believe I've done the first set of those. And it's been great because a lot of the women who are in test knitting and stuff have been posting on Instagram, and we've been commenting back and forth on posts, and so that's really
nice.
Great. I think myself along with the designer are the furthest along. It reminds me how much I love knitting with Clever by Nerd Girl. Because it's
you just love Nerd Girl.
I do. Krista does amazing things with color and has some great sources of fiber.
I'd like to know how she sources all that.
Probably a lot of, from what I know, it's a lot of research and a lot of trial and error. A lot of trial and error. So, sorry, apparently put it down in the middle of the row a few nights ago.
It happened.
It does happen. But this has been what I've had the brain power to work on in the evenings.
Because
when I've
what,
had
is it
brain
garter
power.
stitch?
No, it's stockinette.
Oh.
No, stockinette. But it's exciting because
It's a new pattern? Ah.
And you want to know the best part?
Oh, tell me.
The sleeves are in the first part of the pattern because it's knit top down with the sleeves in vertical instead of horizontal.
So the sleeves are done?
The sleeves will be done once I finish the back section.
Ah, okay.
Because then she suggests Kitchener. I'm going to 3-needle bind that off.
Right.
And then you join it in the round and knit it in the round for the body.
Very nice.
Yeah. So let me, oh my goodness, so many stitches.
Oh. Got quite a ways to go there, babe.
I can do it. So I've been working on this on the Likey needles. Oh my god, they're so glorious. They're really lovely.
You haven't tried my...
I haven't tried the darn pretties, no.
I kept them to myself.
Which is fine.
I've been coughing all day. I hope I'm not catching something. Maybe it's just the heat.
Maybe it's the weather change.
Could be.
Because in New York, the Mother Nature is having a lot of fun with us.
It was chilly yesterday.
It's either really warm or chilly.
And it was rainy today. And
Yeah.
I did get caught out in the rain.
Yeah.
But
and it was rainy yesterday, too. Yesterday? 2 days ago?
Rainy
I don't
yesterday?
remember. A few days ago. No, not yesterday, 2 days ago. Trying to get to a point to show you. Oh, and so what she actually has you doing whenever she has you do a short row portion, instead of leaving the wrap stitches like most people do just so that you get the shape, she's actually having you pick up the wraps, which is really nice. I like that detail. I mean, it doesn't really do any...
I generally pick up my wraps.
I don't unless it's specifically said in the pattern, because usually you don't see them anyways. But I also don't do much that's with
short rows.
Structural short rows. Mine is a lot
I'd like to learn German short rows. That's one of my things on my list. I've done them, but I don't remember them. And then Amy Detchen showed us some, and I completely forgot those.
I bet we could ask in our class.
Oh, I'm sure. Maybe they'll go over that. We ought to say.
So we registered for Vogue Knitting Live.
Yes.
It was Wednesday morning, or Wednesday at like 12:20.
Yes.
I was on the subway going to a meeting.
I had a student in my office.
We both managed to register for everything except
it was slightly embarrassing.
I have no shame. I have no shame at all. I was with 2 coworkers. We were going to a meeting, and I was so excited. And I was like, this is happening.
So we're texting back and forth surreptitiously. Because
I'm not even being surreptitious.
One of the class on Saturday morning that we wanted, Nancy Marchant, was gone.
Yeah.
It was gone in 2 blinks. And so then we're texting back and forth.
Trying to figure out if there's going to be another class that we want to take.
And so we decided to take Claire Parks.
Yarn 101.
What to do with a skein of yarn.
Yeah, and what I think yarn works with projects best.
Exactly.
And I think
so you're standing there holding a skein of yarn. Oh, I hadn't told you about the panic attack I had.
You almost never have attacks.
Yeah, well.
Ever.
I finished this sleeve and
could you not find the other ball of yarn?
Right. And I had this much left.
Oh no.
And I look in the bag and there's nothing else in the bag.
Oh no, Mommy.
And I'm going, oh no.
Oh no, Mom.
Didn't I buy enough? I almost start to cry. And then I realized there was a spare ball of gray upstairs. And I went, oh, please, God, let it be the same. Please, God, let it be the same. And it was. So, moral of the story is I have to put all the yarn in the bag. Don't keep it out just because it's going to be lighter.
No.
I have to put all the balls in the bag because I thought I was going to die.
So, this is the sweater this far. I can't really bring it all the way out because
of
it's
the
on
length
the
of
front is
needles.
on stoppers and the length of the needles. But yeah, I think it looks
That's
pretty darn
interesting.
good. And then this is with the armholes, and so I think it looks pretty darn cool.
I think it looks very interesting. Very interesting epaulets.
Interesting in a good way, or interesting in a I'm not so sure you can wear that in public way?
Oh no, you can wear it in public. I can't wait to see what the rest of the sweater's going to do.
So it's got 2 stitch panels that are really interesting.
Any more of this color?
No. No.
Well, I can't wait to see it all together. Yeah. Very nice.
Yeah. So I've been working on that. And then I decided to actually swatch for my socks that I want to knit.
Yes, she did.
So, as I showed you all last week, I got Rhinebeck sweater from Nomadic Yarns on Etsy, and it arrived last week, and I want to make socks. And I had gotten this in her sport base. It's not really a true sport. It's more of a heavy fingering. There's about 370 something yards, I think, in this.
That's a lot.
Yeah, and if you look at it and even if you feel it, it's very...
It's more fingering.
It's more fingering. So I swatched on 3 2s and 1s, and then I showed Mom. I should have kept the swatch for today, I realized.
But she ripped it out.
I ripped it out because I wanted to get started. Story of our lives as knitters. Oh, shiny? Yes.
I have to make swatches for Thursday.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
I printed that out.
You
someplace.
did. It's over there.
Okay.
I know where it is.
Okay, good.
So I showed Mom, and I liked either the 2s or the 1s, and Mom suggested that I go with the 1s just because then
It's socks.
it's socks.
And you want a denser fabric for socks so that they'll wear better. And you're going to wear them in your boots and all over.
So what I'm actually doing, I don't know where the pattern went. Oh, it's over. It's on the table, behind the
mannequin.
No,
behind the computer.
Behind the computer. So thank you.
Yeah.
I wanted to do the Vanilla is the New Black Sport and DK version. Mind you, it's not much off from a fingering weight, so I wanted to do them toe up anyways, so I had also printed out, because I had also gotten the Vanilla reversed. And what's really interesting about these socks is their heel. There's that heel ribbing. So I really want to try it in some self-striping just because it looks like it'll work out really well, and it's a different kind of vanilla sock that can be worn with either the knit side on the inside or the purl side on the inside, because that doesn't change the heel. The heel is a rib pattern, so it's the same on both sides. So you don't get that. So you don't get the weird ridge like you would with a heel flap if you wore those inside out. So I was trying to go through all the numbers, and I realized, why don't I just edit the numbers for the Vanilla reversed pattern? So I did. So I have cast
ready to
that on. I cast on that toe. My little toe mustache. You did that.
In a rainbow.
And well, it's in these colors. It's really quite pretty. And I did a Turkish cast on for the first time. I don't know if you can tell, but it's really interesting. So what you do is you cast on by doing a slip knot on your bottom needle, and then you just wrap around as many times as you need
stitches,
or half minus 1. So I had to cast on 24, so I needed 11 wraps. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then you wrap it around. That was really smooth. Wrap it around the top needle once, and then you take the bottom needle out and you knit through the top, but you have to be really careful about your tension because it is just loops around a needle. because then what you do is you go back through and you knit through the other side of the loops.
That seems somewhat complicated.
It's actually, it sounds more complicated than it is. Well,
because what I generally do is I have...
Yeah, you do the long tail.
Well, it's not really. Slip knot.
Mm-hmm.
Something Ann Budd showed us.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You got your 2.
Yeah, and you do the up and over and the down and around.
And down.
Yeah.
I'm just wrapping them. But
yeah.
I'm alternating the wrap.
Yeah.
And it usually makes it a little...
It's a little bit more secure than the Turkish. I think the Turkish, this was based on the Turkish kind of thing.
Could be.
This is what I thought the Turkish was when I first did.
And that what that does is that it gives you that tight...
Yep. Yeah, because that's what I've done.
Cast on.
That's what I've done for other socks when I've cast them on.
And you don't have to worry about, am I knitting in the round?
Yeah. I don't know. I was just interested because it was one of the ones that was suggested
for anybody
for this
who gets confused about knitting in the round or joining when you want to knit in the round. The other thing you can do is almost like the magic circle in crochet. You can cast on having put your around a yarn that's in a circle. My only problem is I often can't get the circle big enough for all the stitches that I want. But I'm working on it.
Interesting.
Yeah, you, so I'd have to actually do it, but there is a way to do that so that you're casting on in a circle, so that there is no, you're already in the circle once you've got the number of stitches that you need and you just start knitting.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so I think I'm going to bring this for the sock for the weekend because it's Rhinebeck weekend, and this is called Rhinebeck Sweater, and
you'll feel like you were there.
Will feel like I will have been there. So I'm thinking for my plane rides this week, and I'm thinking I want to do the top, the socks, and the test knit, but I feel like that's a little too many.
Yeah, considering you're going to a wedding and you're going to be busy except for Friday.
And who knows what's happening on Saturday. Because the wedding's on Sunday. So maybe I'll see how much room I have in my suitcase.
Right, okay.
That's the better idea?
That is the better idea, yes.
So I don't know if I talked about this already, but we got random fandom last week or a week and a half ago about. And so...
there's no we in this Kemosabe. I didn't get it.
We, as in those who are in random fandom for Nerd Girl. So this is based on a Guardians of the Galaxy 2 character. And it's so sparkly and pretty. I think it needs to become a hat with a slip stitch pattern.
Ooh, wouldn't that be pretty?
Mm-hmm. So I think that's going to happen once I get through a few sweaters, aka finish the 2 grandpa sweaters. And then, do you have anything else?
I'm looking over here at my pattern. Do I have anything else? No, actually I find that when I knit monogamously like I've been doing, I'm a pretty boring person. So
you're not boring. You're just selective with your use of your time.
Well, I did promise Nathan that in sock petition that I'd have this done.
And you will.
And I will. And I have a Rhinebeck sweater done. I'm going to have heat prostration because it comes up to here. I thought I was going to have the Oracle shawl done.
It's okay.
It's not done.
It's okay.
And I want to cast on so many things. So
because it's finally sweater weather in New York, or almost sweater weather in New York.
I want to cast on that dress. I want to cast on the hat and the mittens.
Well,
I just want to cast on so many things.
Anyone who knows me in real life knows, well, probably has heard that I fell down a rabbit hole about a week ago.
I cast on everything.
Well, no. That we discussed. What I mean was I found this website that has fantastic clothing. And they had Harry Potter inspired clothing. I'm going to show you what I received. because it's amazing and it makes me so happy. So it's from a company called Pinup Girl Clothing, and they did these skirts in each of the house colors. It's called a Little June, or a Little Jun, I don't know. But the best part,
Pockets.
I don't know if you can tell how big these pockets are. I could probably fit a full-size burrito in here. I fit a water bottle. I fit a iPhone 7 Plus. What else did we try and fit in my pocket? We tried a lot of... Oh, I had the Nomadic skein of yarn in there. Yeah, it's great. It's a mid-calf length that they're about right up below my knee, and it's super comfy and it makes me really happy.
Looks good on.
Yeah, so if anyone knows about them and was concerned about the price, because they are a little pricey, it's really, really high quality work for the skirt, and also, I mean, the pockets are worth it. They are legit pockets, not these mamby-pamby girl pockets. These are legit pockets. And again, the quality is amazing. The finish of the actual garment is really lovely, and I'm super, super happy about it.
Great.
And then I got a cardigan also in Ravenclaw. So this actually I have been wanting for years. It's designed by a woman called Elle Hoffer. She has an Etsy and a personal website, and she does a lot of fandom kind of clothing. She has had these for a few years now, and I have wanted one for years. And so when I saw that they were on the website, I was like, oh, I want one. But then it didn't say that it was in partnership with her. So I was like, I will not support that. And then 2 days,
No knockoffs.
And then the next day she made a post saying that, yes, she's working in partnership with them, and then the listing did say, in partnership. So I'm really happy. It fits really well. The sleeves are 3/4 length, so that's just something to keep in mind, because I didn't realize that. Mind you, sleeves of conventional clothing are always short on me, but I really just love, that's a metal tag. That's a metal tag that she has on all of her
clothing designs.
All of her designs, and I really love that detail. There's just a level of detail with these things that I'm just so impressed by.
Oh, good.
And I know I sound like an ad, but oh my God, it makes me so happy.
When you find a place that you can buy the clothes and they're going to fit, it's a big deal.
And then I couldn't resist. I got a top. It
has
has
like a corset.
A corset, peasant. They call it a peasant top, because of the ruching and all that.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if you can see. Those are little cartoon Cthulhus.
What is that?
It's a Lovecraftian demon creature.
Oh.
How adorable is he?
It's kind of cute.
He's pretty freaking cute. I know. So, I needed it because of the adorable Cthulhus. And anyone who knows me in real life knows that I
love Cthulhus.
I love the Cthulhus. I love the Cthulhus. So I think I might actually wear this with my high-waisted jeans
that would be nice.
On Friday for the flight.
That would be nice.
Because that'll be fine. It'll be appropriate for work and also comfortable on a plane.
Yes.
But yeah, I just want to show you that because I just love the print. It's so cute. They have some dresses and skirts and other tops in it, but they didn't have the other tops in my size at the time, and I don't think I'm ready to commit to an all-over Cthulhu print yet. If it were like the border of a skirt, I think I could do that.
That would be nice.
I'm also the girl in the office who has the giant flower pants. So, yes. They also have a great line of wide leg pants that they carry now in purple. And Mother has talked me out of them.
So far?
Multiple times. She has to keep reminding me that I don't need to look like a grape.
No. Sorry.
I know. If they come back out in burgundy. If they come back out in oxblood, they're happening.
All right.
I might just also get a black pair because they look so...
Black? I could see black.
Yeah. But I mean, so I just wanted to give a little review of a new clothing company that, yes, it's a little pricey, but from what I've experienced.
How much was your blouse?
My blouse was $68.
A little pricey.
But I mean the skirt was $100, I think. But again, what I didn't mention is that if you buy from one of the house brands, so like Laura Burns or Pinup Girl clothing, they are all American made. So that is part of the upcharge. Also because they're all vintage styles, and that it's not cheap to produce small lot, not super large lots of clothing when you're getting them made. Right. By manufacturers. So that is something to take into account, and the fact that they're staying local is really, really great.
That is nice, cutting down the carbon footprint.
Mm-hmm. So because of that, I mean, I was hesitant. I found out about the brand probably over the summer, and I had been following a few of their items just to see if anything went on sale, and then the skirt came out, and I was like, oh, this is happening. This is happening real hard. And apparently they're coming out with cardigans that coordinate with them.
Oh, how cute. Because
the Ravenclaw cardigan does not coordinate with the Ravenclaw skirt, which is fine. But I do think I need a coordinating cardigan. We'll see.
Or a twin set.
Or a twin set. Well, I was also thinking if I made the chuck in the light gray, it would look good with that, too.
Oh, that would be pretty.
I have had all of the thoughts.
Yes, that would be really
Because, I mean, that's
pretty.
like the gray that they have is more of a grayish. It's a gray beige.
It's very nice.
I'm so happy. So I thought I'd share, because if there's anyone who watches us who also knows about this brand and is curious about the quality and whether or not it's worth the price tag, I certainly think it is. And I mean, my mom has been sewing all her life and obviously buying clothes all her life. And when I showed her the detailing, she also
really good.
Was very impressed. So that's just something to think on. I think, though, it is time for us to go to bed. I don't think there's going to be any weaving in events tonight.
No. I'm in the middle of my row 6.
All right.
But we're in a circle here, so, that's fine.
I think we need sleep.
Yeah. One more row of that poppy. This row will finish that poppy. And then row 5 is that poppy finished. And then the rest of it is...
Oh, my goodness.
My hands are going to hurt.
Yeah, they are.
Okay. Good night, everybody.
Good night, y'all. Bye.